but I just literally feel like we are ready for hangbal, you know. I've been so disturbed throughout the day today, and sure, yeah. But anyway, let's do the intro quickly, and then we'll go straight into why we are here today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self-Love. If you're joining for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self-love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing more. Those who are watching from YouTube, you can already see the thumbnail. Now we're here to talk about a guy who is a prophet by the name of Prophet Morito, Innocent Muritho. He's quite a popular prophet around Venda, who apparently or allegedly today was in court, for the bail application because of he's been detained because he S.A'ed a 14-year-old child. I'm gonna get into the details of it. I'm really disturbed. I posted a mini video only on TikTok and the other platforms except for YouTube before I went live, but I'm going to try and post it on YouTube as well. It's gonna be a part 1 and a part 2, but I'm just gonna give you guys context of what today's story is all about. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. For those who don't know, so since I think for my last week, so also first of all, before I even go into the story and everything, I just want to send a big shout out to Rita the blogger. If you are watching this, I think either on TikTok or on YouTube, we do have a person by the name of Rita the blogger, who is the one who's been keeping us posted with such cases. It's just unfortunate for those who don't understand Venda, because she does her blogging in Venek, which for some of us who can actually hear all languages, we are fortunate enough to be able to hear what she has been sharing, and we're able to interpret it. So according to Rita the blogger, she shared that today on her YouTube and other platforms that she was in court for the bail application of the prophet Innocent Muritho. And guys, the stuff that she shared, it's really disturbing. I'm still really just trying to process it myself. She's saying that I'm gonna leave a link for those who are watching on YouTube, like I said, and a link to her YouTube channel so that you can go and watch. But unfortunately, she only speaks in Venda, like I said. So according to her interpretation of what was said in court, she says that Prophet Innocent Muritho was applying for a bail, ne? So according to what was read out by I don't know whether it's the investigating officer or whoever there, it is alleged that this guy was having a conversation with a child, he was having a conversation with a child. It all started from TikTok. This pastor DM the child to say, you're no longer coming to church. So it seems like the family of the child used to go to this church, and after that, then they took it to WhatsApp. That's where the conversation started. That's why there's even this recording or this audio that I posted on the other social media platforms, right? And where this guy was now saying he wants to start something sexual with his child, and he's even asking the child, are you ready for what you're starting with an old man? And he's an old man, and it is alleged that when he handed himself over, because that is what they're saying, that he handed himself over, he did admit to him doing something with the child, because he says that the child gave consent. So I don't know whether maybe that audio was recorded by him thinking that's going to save him one day because the child gave consent. But clearly this man is twisted, because he doesn't even understand that a minor child cannot consent to anything, especially sexually, But anyway, according to what was read out in court today, it is said that the man then invited the child over to his house or wherever, where there was a couch. The guy was wearing shorts when the child got there. He was not wearing a top, and he had a towel. He laid down the towel and he took off his clothes. Guys, I'm gonna be as graphic as Rita the blogger was when he shared the story, so that you guys can get the context of why I'm saying bring back hangpal. Like we don't need people to be rehabilitated, because there's no way you can repeatedly offend people in this manner and you think somebody like that can be rehabilitated. This person is probably a ritualist, and there's absolutely nothing that can rehabilitate them, because there's something just nje. that they're doing, which is just sacrificing or something like that. So they just need the rope, nothing more, nothing less, just the rope, according to my own 2 cents. You get what I mean? So he says that then the guy laid down a towel, and he gave the child his genitals to say the child must suck the genitals. And after him saying that the child must suck his genitals, he allegedly inserted his genitals together with his fingers inside. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? At my big age, at my big age, as much as I always make jokes about how much I love intercourse, I'm of age to be active sexually. In this age that I'm at, I cannot have somebody inserting their genital and their finger at the same time in my private part. There's absolutely no way. And even when I started dating, there was no way I could ever be that explicit, when I started off. But do you understand, guys? Do you understand how bad this is? Good. I want you guys to understand how bad this thing is, as I'm trying to explain it as graphic as I can possibly be. Then this guy inserted his genitals together with his finger inside this minor child. And after that, the child was bleeding. Then he cleaned the child up, and then he sent the child away. You understand what I'm saying? And apparently he says that the child must go and withdraw money because he sent 500 for her to do her hair. It is said that this guy, according to him, applying for his bail. And mind you, I need you to understand the context of who this person is. This person is a married man, who's a pastor, who's a prophet of a church, who is having a case of rape in Cape Town, which is supposed to be sitting somewhere in September. This person has got a case of rape of a 20-year-old, and now it's this minor child. How many more other people that have been victims to this person? How many more people have been sitting on it? How many more children have not been talking about it? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys, when I say Hang Pal must just come back? Because there's no way you can rehabilitate such an animal. There's no way you can rehabilitate such an animal. How do you start? Where do you even start? Because this person does not see anything wrong. You can't be attending a case, and then now at the same time you are continuing with the act, and then you still will have the audacity to ask for bail. For what do you want to do? When you apply for bail and you get the bail, what do you want to do while you're having that bail? To do what? To do what exactly? And the other thing that actually disturbed me out of this whole thing is that this man has got a wife, ne? And this wife has got a daughter that came with her, in the relationship. What do you think is going to happen to this child? What exactly do you think is going to happen to this child? Because even this minor child, this 14-year-old, while he's busy doing these things with the child, he's busy calling that child Mwananga. Mwananga means my child. Mwananga. Mwananga, to a 14-year-old that you are busy assaulting, you are calling him Mwananga. How? How do you do that to your child? And when I started hearing this thing, I always say that with me, my concern is never really about the actual perpetrator himself, but it's the congregants. You're hearing stories about your pastor committing such crimes, things that can actually come to you as well. But you don't care. You are still going. So there's something wrong, not only with the pastor, but also with you, the congregants. Because there's no way you can be entertaining such things. You can be attending to such things. This is the reason why I'm here today, and I'm saying, guys, what is it that we need to do for Hang Pal to be reintroduced? I mean, we lose people we love on a daily basis. Good people die on a daily basis. What are we gonna lose when we lose one person who is a danger to society? I even said in the small video that I posted that when a lion tastes the blood of a human being, they shoot it. Because they know that once it tastes the blood of a human being, it's going to do it all over again. It's going to finish people. So to eliminate that animal so that it doesn't harm more people, because it now knows the taste of a human being, they kill it. But we have men who have tasted and gotten away with assaulting young children, with doing as they please. And they're still roaming around the streets. And they're still giving the time of day. They're still being given an ear. We are still here on these socials. We are filling up these churches. You are waking up in the morning. You are taking a bath. You are wearing your clothes to go and sit and listen to a man who you have had. You have had so many times In fact, you're going as far as having to pray. You are praying for that person, that culprit. You are praying for him as a church. You are fasting for him because these are haters. This is the enemy. These are the works of the devil. The reason why he's behaving this way, or the reason why people are saying people are haters. There are people who are haters, all right? If you are Christian but you can't protect children, what are you really doing? No, you're not a Christian. There's no way you can be a Christian and you are doing this to children. And the one thing that actually annoys me more than anything is people who want to do hush-hush. Because, guys, I feel like for a guy to be that comfortable, guys, how do you get to be the... Guys, let me tell you, I always give an example that I struggle with cheating in a test, in an exam, you know, because even when an opportunity for me to cheat in a test, in an exam has been presented to me, I get nervous. So I would rather fail with peace than to pass while I'm cheating. So meaning more, there are people that Bonavele, they're known for cheating. In the exam, they cheat all the time. And they master it so well that they will never get caught. So for somebody to be this comfortable, that this person must have practiced it as many times as possible for them to get to where they are. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is unacceptable, guys. Where do we run now? Where do we hide our children? Where do we hide our children? And I saw a comment on Facebook where somebody was saying, what was who recorded this conversation, the child, whatever. Now it's a matter of us having to question the child. This is not the time. It's not even the time to be questioning parents. We send our children to school, and people are busy brainwashing our children, and they're busy grooming our children. The other day I was sharing with you guys and I was joking. Lately I've been doing a lot of playful stuff. The other day I was telling you guys that I was being groomed at a young age by this family of this boy that I used to date, where they wanted me to fall pregnant for their child and also study somewhere else where I didn't even want to go study there. Behind my father's back, I'm being groomed to do something that's going to destroy my future. And if anything had happened to me, you can't question my father to say, where were you when these things were happening to your child? I was being groomed. And as a child, it's only now as an adult where I'm thinking to myself, I could have told my dad or Papa, this is what these people are saying to me. Yes, I have a boyfriend, but the parents of my boyfriends are saying, I must do this, I must make a baby for him. But I didn't think about that. How many more children are being groomed and they're quiet because they don't even want to tell their parents because they think that their parents are going to beat them up or they're going to blame them. How many kids? Guys, let me tell you, you are sending your child to school today, Jesus Christ. Like, guys, even giving birth is a danger in this day and age where we are living. It's a danger to even give birth. Because you are signing up for a heartache. At any given time, anything can happen. You are giving birth to a child, you are sending the child to school. You can't be with your child 24/7. You must work for that child, you must provide. And when you are doing all of that, somebody's busy. Every chance they get, they're grooming your child. Every chance they get, they're grooming your child. I see comments where people are saying that, no, why must we take these children to church? You know, this is the reason why I hate church. I was being groomed on the streets, not even at church. On the streets. Others are being groomed at school. So it's not even a matter of the location. It's not even a matter of wupo. It's not a matter of that. Something has to change. Something has to give. And you know, I'm really exhausted emotionally. I'm exhausted of this thing of us having to always make noise when something happens, and once that thing dies down, we're quiet and there's no action. And I'm exhausted of our government, because they need us to make noise like this for them to take action. And once we are quiet, they're also dying down and nothing is gonna be done. Guys, now I don't know about you guys, but now personally, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. You mean to tell me, Oro, your pastor can trend? Every year your pastor is trending for something. You are still going there, you are filling up the church. When I had the statement which was said by Rita the blogger, and when she was saying that the guy was pleading for him to get bail because he's got businesses and all these things, and the wife will not be able to provide for the family alone, so he needs to get out there so that he can provide for his family. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You are concerned about providing for your family after the damage that you have created. This child's life will never ever be the same again, ever. If you get arrested now, who's going to provide for your family? Like, this is what annoys me with our government, guys. You're even given an ear to talk and say what when you violated a child. Miss Black says, even me, e.g. the case of Gatla Gatla. What's that, my dear? Wise man says it's not a valid reason. It's not, my brother, it's not. Cheza says, is it Mazulu says, do we have a government in our country? I'm starting to even question that. We only know that we have a government when it's time for us to pay taxes. And it's only then that we know that we have a government. Because we're not safe. We're not safe at all. And this is a concern, a big concern for me. You know, you can say yes. Tabo says this is so painful, Father God. It is. Hi, my sister Lalo. Where do we run? Where do we run from this whole thing, guys? Where to? People are going to the taverns. When they're busy there at the taverns, they're busy getting assaulted. And we want to understand, no, it happened to you because you're at the tavern. You need to take care of yourself. You need to dress appropriately. What can you possibly see in a 14-year-old? A 14-year-old. You have a wife, my guy. I know that I always make jokes. I always make jokes about how there's no sexual intercourse in marriages. Sometimes it dries out. Sometimes, you know, the marriage is over. But for you to go as far as going for a child, what are you doing with a child, my guy? And I just want to ask this question to men, the men who are here on this live today, to say, how would you feel if it was your child? Yes, you can call me that, yo, you hate men. You know, you hate men, you're bitter, you hate men all the time. We're not even talking about women, old women who are being abused and all that stuff. We're talking about a child. How would you feel? What is your take in this whole thing? What are you saying? What must happen? If we were to say we're giving it back to your hands to say, solve this for us, what would you do? How would you solve this for us? Something has to give. The sea father says, I will take him out. You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Ne? I'm a law-abiding citizen. And I don't want to go to jail because of my kids. So I try to be a law-abiding citizen. But if anything happened to my kids, I mean, I will bite your genitals with my mouth. And mind you, I'm not a violent person. I will rip you apart. Do you understand what I'm saying? The last time we were here, there was somebody who was sharing a story of how her brother is arrested because her boyfriend used to torture her so much, he almost buried her alive at some point. And the brother was saying enough is enough. He took a gun and he shot that man. The brother is in jail now. I would be very much content when I'm sitting in a jail cell when I know that I've deleted the problem forever. I've deleted the problem forever because what is going on here? Because it seems like you can't entirely say now, let's bring back a hangpal because nobody wants to be responsible to say in the leadership of President Ramaphosa, the death penalty was reintroduced. So it seems like now you are like, because I don't want to reintroduce it, let the people do it themselves, do it there, kill each other there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm so disturbed, guys. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch. Please go and watch and let's see, how do we help each other in this situation? This is too much. It's too much. The comfort. You are comfortable enough to be going around violating children like that. You have other pending cases you are doing. Yo, Jesus. Your conscience is dead. Do you understand that? Guys, I don't know if you guys understand this. Do you understand that somebody who is capable of committing such crimes, already their conscience is dead? So why are they still breathing? There are certain crimes that when a person commits them, you can tell this is a dead man walking because of what they're committing. And they're not afraid of anything. So why is this person still with us? Why is this person still here? Why are we still walking around with dead men? Because inside you are dead. You are finished. You are capable of anything. You understand what I'm saying? You are a dead man walking. So because you're a dead man walking, why are we still keeping you around in society with us? We can just make your job easy. Because some people are what do you call this thing? They've got a death wish. But they don't have the guts to actually take their own lives themselves. That's why they go around committing these things that you can be questioning, or how this person do they want to be alive or not? It's unacceptable, guys. It's so unacceptable. In fact, I don't even want to address the fact that this person is a man of God. He is not a man of God. You can disrespect us as people, but you can't disrespect God like that, especially if you're a Christian. If you're not, then this is not for you. But for you to disrespect us as people, it's fine. You disrespect God. You're doing all this manyala in the house of God. Guys, Mina, people who disrespect us as people, I despise them. But people who disrespect the house of God, God himself, who don't commit these things in the tavern, but they commit them in the church. Myself, I'm scared of them. I'm scared of them because they are dead on the inside, these people. Yet you are still gathering there. You are going there. You are gathering. Oh, go deeper, man of God. Go deeper, Papa. And they will prophesy. They will tell you your news, the truth. But they're agents of Satan. Guys, I'm going to do a video for you tomorrow. Today, I wanna finish this live and go sleep peacefully. I'm going to do a video for you so that you understand how these things operate, according to some pastor that was preaching this so that people can understand. How is it possible that somebody who's not a true man of God is able to prophesy you? I don't know if you guys watched the episode that we did here with a lady by the name of what's her name? I forgot that lady's name. It's one of our podcast episodes. I think we did it for a week or so ago, where she was saying that she used to be a devil worshipper. And she used to prophesy. She used to heal people. People used to get up from their seats and they walk. But all of that was not being done by the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. She was doing it through the power of darkness. Lydia, thank you so much, Pilaji. So I saw even a comment where somebody was saying, listen, not everybody who says Lord, Lord, it's not everything you must believe, guys. It's not everything you must take that you are seeing. It's not safe even in these churches. It's not safe. Uzwate says a few years later, the wife will be running around on postcards telling us what she went through because she also supports him in whatever he does. Mara, at this point, I don't know. Uzwate, there's no way. You cannot support a man who is violating a 14-year-old when you have a 9-year-old who is not his biological child. What do you think is going to happen? Ceci Queens is asking, did he get bail today? Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. Nah, because why do you, like, guys, do you understand that there are certain things that for you to be able to pull them off, you have to have no shame. You must have no shame for you to pull them off. So this person, even that entitlement of them thinking that they're well within their rights, the law allows them to apply for bail. To do what after you get your bail? To continue victimizing more children. Okay, so says he's a psychopath. You won't get bail. The nerve, yeah, it's the nerve for me. It's the audacity for me for him to even apply for it. Knowing all your crimes and all the stuff that you've done, some you are even admitting to them, and you still have the audacity to apply for bail. And that guy is very disrespectful. You should hear him talking. Very disrespectful. And I remember in the episode that I did with Lydia, where she was saying, listen, you speak things with confidence because you know the power that is backing you up. You are working with the devil, and the devil has sent you to do certain things because he will back you up. So you do these things with confidence. With so much confidence. Because guys, look, you are a multiple offender, ne? And while you have been trialing for other offenses of the same nature, you are going even lower, you are even assaulting even younger children. And then you have the audacity to apply for bail and you say, I want to work for my children, my businesses are gonna suffer. Hello? Children are suffering for the rest of their lives because of what you've done to them. Are your kids even safe? Oh, woman. Cheza says it's Bushiri from Temo. My sister, my brother, I don't know whether you're a boy or girl. You can say that again. No, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, that's all that I had to say for today. And I just wanted to vent here with you guys in length, in full length. He even calls her my child. He's aware that he will be sleeping with a child. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's very much aware of what he's doing. You can't tell me that he's under a spell. He didn't know. I woke up from what. He knows. You are calling a 14-year-old my child because you are old enough to be the child's father, but you still want to go ahead and you put your genital and your finger inside a child at the same time.
Yeah, no, we will continue to be traumatized with this South Africa. No. Okay, for me, I feel like people who I once explained that rape is worse than murder, even though I don't know what happens after you died, because you die living. So I feel like, yeah, hang bang should come back. Or those who are Christians, please pray the dangerous prayers. Those ones that we know they're effective so they can happen to them. Those who are who believe in traditional way of doing things, please take traditional action, because what else are we gonna do? This person, even if they don't get bail, they are going to sit there in jail. They may get a lighter sentence. The jail systems are very, very overcrowded. The so-called rehabilitation nonsense, it's overcrowded. This person is gonna get out. This person, the way they sound entitled to doing what they want, they did, and they feel that as long as I spoke to a child, a 40-year-old child, there's no way. And it's very sickening because you saw what happened with the other pastor in Nigeria. He had this trial and all these people coming saying, no. Even though the NPA failed to provide enough evidence to secure a conviction, I was so shocked to see videos of your mothers. Even perseverance, we don't have mothers.
Celebrating.
Your mothers, they were crying, kneeling down, doing all sorts of things. It becomes a very big problem, as you said. There are people, actually women on top of that, who will stand with this. For me, I always say that a word from a woman, it's enough to give attention, not to convict anyone. Even though there was no audio from that child, if the child came back home and said, this happened to me, we must all take action and prove that thing. But now, even if he comes out, it's really, it's not like they didn't know in that church that he was already prophesying in Benda that he has cases. They are just I don't understand. We need to have a meeting and ask Christians whether they are going to church. Can I just get in quickly? The house of God, or they are worshiping people, because it's like, when it comes to a man of God, with what I've seen with that other case of that Nigerian pastor, it's like people lose their minds. There are people who still fly out and go to Bushir.
Yeah, I know. You said you wanted to quickly say something.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes, my sister.
So I just listened to that audio, right? And best believe, I'm pissed as everybody else. But I've got a little bit of a controversial take.
Okay.
Right? And I really hope these people don't come for me and hear me from an open ear, right? Okay. Because at this point, yes, this man knew he was engaging with a minor. This man even put it out there that you are at an age where decisions are made for you. Will it not involve the police? All right?
So he is guilty. He knew what he was doing and he continued with whatever he was doing. But there's a part where he asks this child that, have you gotten to a stage where you feel like having sex? And then she says yes. She probably has indulged in sexual intercourse before this man, right? And then she says yes. Then she assures him that no, the police are not going to be involved. Like, because he said, are you going to involve the police? Like, you understand? Young as she is, I do understand that she cannot be making an informed decision when it comes to sexual intercourse because she's under the age of 18, right? But at some point, I feel like outside that man being a perpetrator, he's already out. Who must we hold responsible for the girl child?
Okay, that's your final thought.
Like, it's not a thought, it's a question. I'm posing a question to us as women because I'm thinking at this point, right? Yes, you cannot argue in court as an adult for engaging in sexual intercourse with a minor, right? But that's not going to stop the perpetrator from doing it. I feel like the girl child is missing at some point. Like, there's a barrier that's missing with the girl child, and it's not the child's responsibility to protect themselves, obviously. But I feel like somebody's not doing their job somewhere with the girl child, and I don't know who it is. It can just be the men who are like perpetrators, somebody somewhere. And I feel like that's where it's at a miss. You know how men will claim, oh, these girls are throwing themselves at us. Oh, these girls also wanted. You don't know these things. You know how they say these things. As much as it's a very common thing, I feel like there's a missing link where the girl child should be taught that, hey, babes,
No,
it's not it.
I disagree
Am I
with
wrong?
you strongly. I strongly, from the
So
deepest part of my
is
disagreement.
who is missing in the indoctrination of a girl child? Because I don't want to say it's not entirely the men's problem, because it is. It is the adult's responsibility.
I'll tell you why I
It is
disagree
the
with you.
man's responsibility. You understand? But what is going on there? Because I don't want to say the child was consenting, but she sounded reassuring. You understand? And she's a child. We can't count that in. But where does it happen? Where is this missing link?
I'm going to answer you. I think I
And
don't even
I'm not
need.
trying to defend it, and I'm not being an apologist. Please don't mishear me, guys.
I heard
just
you loud
want
and
us
clear.
to dissect this part.
I heard you loud and clear. I don't know.
Okay.
Were you here when I started this live? Because
No,
I
no,
think
no,
some.
I wasn't actually, because there was a
Okay.
part I also left when I asked, what are you guys talking about? And then I went to listen to it, and then I came back.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
like, can we please like dissect this section? Because
Okay.
it sounds like a big issue.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking if you were here is because some of the things that you are asking, I had already addressed them in the beginning of the live. First of all, we cannot entirely say that the child has already engaged in sexual intercourse just because she said yes to the questions that are being asked. There are so many instances where a child will say yes to things that they don't even know what they're saying yes to. And a 14-year-old is a very young child. So we cannot assume that by the child saying that, yes, I do feel like having sex, or just saying, the child entirely understands what they're saying. I mean, I would not say that the child understands what they're saying. There was a case where I interviewed a lady whose child was being raped by her husband. And when the child was narrating the story, the social workers and all those other people said that there's somebody that this child is hiding before we can even get to your husband raping her, because she was supposed to bleed. And in this instance, they're saying this child was bleeding, né? Number one. Now, back to the big question of who should be held accountable, or what are the gaps that are there. There's absolutely, I want you to hear me well, my sister, né? There's absolutely nothing that a girl child should be taught. There's absolutely no one who should be taking care of a girl child extra or looking out for a girl child. If everybody can just behave as human beings, there will be no need for us to do anything. There's no need for us to do extra lessons for girl children to be safe when we are dealing with animals. This is not a jungle where you are walking around saying there's a lion, there's a leopard, that when you are walking around, you must be careful. These men are human beings. And when they are human beings, everybody must behave like a human being. We can't be saying that we must wear a bulletproof as a woman because you are scared of other human beings. So that means that when you are indirectly promoting these other human beings to behave as they please, because if they found you not wearing a bulletproof vest, that means that it gives them the right to do as they please with you. We cannot do that as people. Everybody must be held accountable. When we go back to how things were done, it takes a village to raise a child, not a girl child. not a boy child, but a child. Meaning that as a pastor, who is a parent, you are responsible to making sure that that child is well taken care of, regardless of whether that child you gave birth to them or not. So we can't go back to saying this is how we protect a girl child. I did say in the beginning of this live that there's no way where you can say a girl child will go and they will be safe. Because right now I'm at work, my child is at home. I can't go an extra mile of protecting my child. I even spoke in, maybe you can go and watch the whole live all over again on YouTube, because I did say that, guys. I remember when I was 18, around 18 years old, I was being groomed by a family of my boyfriend to make a child with my boyfriend, and my
Yes, I
father
heard that
was
part.
not even aware of that. So we can't say that there's somebody else who must now come and make sure that they scrutinize the well-being of a child. Can we just be human beings and take care of each other so that everybody can walk freely? If it means we need to go back to the point where we walk around without wearing any clothes because we know that that's how safe we are as people, it should be that. Because the way you lay out your question, and the way you're addressing them, you're looking at it in a different angle. It then says that you are giving leeway for abusers to. This is, I'm just saying, this is how it comes across from my side, when we are now
Yeah.
questioning the protection of the child, to say now I must leave my job and I must safeguard my child so that nothing happens, when everybody should be responsible for taking care of everybody. I should be able to
Yeah.
trust the child's teacher, that the teacher looks at my child and they see their own child. I can't be saying I must be worried of the teacher and it's okay because I didn't look after my child and the teacher can do as they please with the child. We need to
Yeah,
be, everybody must be held accountable.
from that angle, right? And I hear you very well, because that's why I said I'm not trying to sound like an
Yes,
apologist.
yes,
Right?
yes.
If you look at it, let me slide a bit. There are parts where you get to get precautionary measures. It's true, every person has a right to exist without the fear of another human being. 100% legit. You understand? That does not immediately mitigate the danger that is out there.
Which is another human being, by the way.
Which is another human being. That's the problem we currently have. The status quo is evident, like, is full of evidence that these people are doing this and they're continuing, right? As much as we want a world where a girl child can wear as she pleases, she can move around freely without the fear of another human being, male, right? But the truth and the fact of the matter as it stands is that these men exist and these men are continuing. And we don't even have a justice system to rely on.
Okay.
And we can't take the law into our own hands. So what I'm trying to say, maybe let me say, what more can we do outside saying stop, because they're not stopping? You know how when we were still in primary school, our parents would say stranger danger, that never get in a stranger's car. And we still have women who are getting kidnapped, children and adults, stranger danger. It's still there. And these are human beings as well. You understand?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that, yes, we do deserve to exist. We do deserve to have girl children who have their innocence preserved. You understand? But right now, because it's not happening, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen, what more can we do? Maybe that's what I mean when I say, where is the link? Like, where can we patch it? Because now we need more of what? I'm sounding like an apologist. No, I know I sound like one, but where can we? I'm not saying who should we hold accountable except the perpetrator. No, the perpetrator should be held accountable. What I'm saying is, what more do you think we can do? Let's
Nina,
dissect
that's why the
point.
name of this live, my sister, for me, I'm gonna give Chipiwa the platform to respond. This is why the name of this live for me is Bring Back Hangpal. So that when people know that this is
Okay.
yes.
I definitely agree. As much as I think Hangpal is it's more of a 50-50, because we still have incompetent people in offices, and we still have women who are crying false rape. We still have people who are falsely accused, and we still have people who are lazy to run thorough investigations. So that's a 50-50.
My
Legit,
sister,
I agree.
you see, a child,
You have the whole...
a child can never lie. A child can never lie about sexual,
True.
about sexual things. You see, these things are only explicit to us adults. But once you expose a child to that, the child will detail what happened, and that one is not even supposed to be negotiable.
So are you saying
Doesn't even have
Hangpal for
50-50.
children or for rapists in jail at all?
Eh?
Are you saying Hangpal for rapists or Hangpal for child rapists?
For me, I feel like if you can start with child rapists, we'll be very, very happy. But let me give Chippy Travel a thing and a platform to, because she had a lot to say in the comments. Chippy,
Greetings, everyone.
how are you
Hello. I just want to say that as women, we are not safe. I can relate to this story because when I grew up, I had a bigger body than my peers.
I can barely hear you, my love.
When I grew up, I had a bigger body than my peers.
Okay.
So I attracted older men.
Okay.
So with that, it was difficult dating because you can't date your peers because you're already bigger than them, and you can't date because the men you're attracting are way older than you. And sometimes it's not easy, but you just have to let the peer pressure pass you by, the adolescent stage to pass you by. It's not easy, but sometimes I feel like as women we need to also teach our children that this is wrong and you should speak up before it happens, Like you should never meet with a man without an elder person on your side, because we are not safe as women. You can't send your child to a tuck shop because they are not safe there. And it's like now we have to teach children ways that, like, we have to teach children, like, we have to train their mind that it's not safe. They always have to think ahead. They can't find themselves a woman among men by herself. That's how unsafe we are, and it's not easy. I can understand maybe the child thought, she thought she knew what she was doing, but she's way young. When you're young, you make silly decisions. You think you are the girl until it turns out like this, because she's young. There's no way she can make a decision.
You know what is my thing when I chip in?
It's not safe.
Chippy, my thing is that you cannot stop a perpetrator who is aiming at harming you if they want to harm you. Meaning that this child, as we are hearing that she's not the only victim of the prophet, ne? Obviously with other victims, a different strategy was used for him to do his filthy things that he's doing to these people. So in as much as we can say that we need to teach our children this and that, if he's coming for you, he's going to get you. We're using whatever other strategy that is going to use to get you. So I do agree with you when you say we need to teach our children certain things, which kind of goes back to what Kia Mokgetswe, was saying, But still, that is not solving the problem, because if that person wants to get to your child, with all the information and all the tools that you've given your child, they will find a way to get to your child.
Very true, because they are manipulative. They sometimes they'll say, oh, because you don't have lunch money, let me, it's not easy, but it's the reality we face, especially young girls. That's their target, because they know
they're vulnerable.
She doesn't have much money, she doesn't have this, maybe she needs an iPhone. It's things that maybe our parents can't fulfill, that makes the young woman makes her think that it's normal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Hey, thank you, Sissy. I appreciate it. Last but not least, we have Lalo. Lalo, we are wrapping up with you, my sister. It's already time to
I'm here for chaos.
You're here for chaos.
Hello, my sister. For chaos. Like the Reserve Bank has security, right? The Reserve Bank, they have done all the measures to make sure that that house is secured. But people still break in. We have banks. We had a recent story of FNB wherein there was a clean break-in. The only problem was the guy flaunted money on the social media platform, and then they got caught. They made all measures to make sure that they safeguard their buildings. Ne? In as much as women are trying to say, teach your children this, we can do this and that, it's not enough. You can have A class protection or A level protection service, whatever, but when trouble is coming your way, it will come. The unfortunate part is in South Africa, trouble is coming every woman's way. You just don't know when it's going to hit you.
Sure.
So I guess I think for me as a rebellious as a sort of rebellion. Now you remember that one time when Sikima Zoi, I'm not sure if it's in Twiki or the sister, but I think it's her. Went to the parliament and she was naked.
Yes, it's
And people were body shaming her.
Yeah.
I think as a rebellion, that's what we should do as women, because apparently when you are naked, you're not sexy, you're not attractive and stuff. Maybe that's how we should be living our lives now, because believe you me, whether you wear a miniskirt, you wear a Muslim cover up or whatever, when trouble is coming your way, it's coming your way. And in South Africa, it's coming for everyone. Whether you are 2 days old, whether you are 97 years old, whether you are 104, whether you are 50, you are 70, as long as you are a woman and you have that part, they are coming for you.
Yeah.
So if we do go have on a Women's Day, for instance, rally, and we are saying every woman is going out in their birthday suit, né? Maybe that statement will say something, because every other time we speak, you will hear things like, okay, no, let's teach our children this, they must work in groups. Even groups are in trouble. Don't go to a place, don't go wherever on your own, have a friend, this and that. Regardless, whether you walk in crowds, whether you are isolated, trouble is coming your way. So I think the only statement that's going to make sense in South Africa, and the government will move, and maybe the world will start paying attention to the women crying in South Africa. On the 9th of August, women go out in their birthday suits and say, this is us.
Yeah.
This is who we are. This is the only fault that we have boobies on our chest, and we have that part under our belly button. Maybe that's the only time that someone will say, okay, now we understand, you guys are making a statement. Because if it's just one or two, we are going to body shame the person. The next thing you'll be talking about how their boobs are saggy, how their curves are this, how their bumps. But if every woman goes on that, they are on some, okay, this is what we're going to do, maybe, just maybe, our voices will be heard. Because whether you are 2 days old, you are 104 years old, in South Africa, you are in trouble.
Amen to that. Hey, I hear you, my sister. But anyway, that's all that we have for today. Guys, I really appreciate all our different inputs on this topic. I see Jacqueline was asking, are men gathering like this trying to fix themselves? No, because the focus is on us, for us to fix ourselves. Let's just hope, or maybe they will be able to get to a point where they sit together and they fix themselves. And I think the biggest challenge of them all is that the people who are doing these things, they do them privately, so much that even when they step out, you would think this person has it all together until such things come to light. Then you realize, actually not all that glitters is gold. This person is actually having demons and skeletons in their closets. But yeah, let's just hope that justice will be served. Now I feel like I support that we must go march naked, and also hangpal. If you touch a child, in fact, even if you just don't even breathe next to a child, get your age
Another
mates.
thing, my sister, I forgot to mention, or in South Africa, you will be gaslit by your fellow women and men. And you'll be thinking maybe you're crazy, or maybe it's happened in your nightmares, or maybe you were imagining things, because they start questioning things that have nothing to do with what you're saying. You are you are saying, I have been violated. And then the first thing they ask, where were you? What were you wearing? Who were you with? What were you doing there? Hey. What are you going to ask a 2-day-old who does not even know how to control their emotions, but they're being violated?
My sister, now I'm even thinking, or this guy that we are talking about today, Prophet Innocent Muritho. I agree, he's got a wife who has a child who's 9 years old. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's a possibility. The possibilities are high that maybe even the wife has been sitting on a hot prama stove of something that this guy has done to the child. But yeah.
We can never take that away, because believe you me, I now believe already this black magic is working hardcore, because how am I going to sit with a man who I have seen and heard, and these allegations are coming out a day and after the next, and I'm just sitting there thinking, no, but it can't be true. My husband cannot. In which South Africa?
Yo, I give up.
In this South Africa, if someone says your brother did, best believe it's a very good chance that they did. But because we want to be protective of our family, we say, no, not my brother. But do you go with your brother every? Have you seen the people that he woke up with? Yo,
Sure.
it's a sad world we live in, my friend. But anyway, good nighting.
Hey, good night. Thank you so much, my sister, for input. Chipi, thank you. Kiamakhetsu, thank you so much. Also, Sabui, in her absentia, I think she got so pissed off that she had to leave the live because of what was being said. But hey, we still love you, Sabui. I appreciate you. Kiamakhetsu, we love you. I appreciate you, Chipi. Love you, love you, love you long time. Bazalwane, we've come to the end of the live for today. Please let's continue with the conversation in the comment section there by the YouTube streets. If there's something that we have to do, what can be done, what can we, let's just continue commenting and can we combine heads and do what is best and whatnot. Because to be quite honest with you guys, like I said in the beginning of the live, emotionally I'm exhausted. But anyway, with that being said, thank you so much guys for joining in. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thursday is our normal 7 o'clock live. We'll see what we talk about then. But for now, love you. God bless you and good night.